So this is the easiest way to make your yam and egg sauce. If you want to see to the end, keep on watching. So let's jump straight into this video. So first thing, you need your yam. I already peeled the yam. I After peeling it, I had to put it inside water to wash it. You need to wash your yam before you start boiling. So after washing the yam, I had to bring a clean pot. This is a clean pot. I'm going to be putting the yam into the pot. Make sure your yam is washed and make sure your pot is clean. So after that, I'm going to be pouring some water into the pot. After pouring some water, I'm going to place it on my gas. This is my gas. My gas is already on. So I'm going to be placing the yam on the fire. Then after that, I'm going to be adding some salt. If you're parboiling your yam, you need to add some salt. It would help the yam to have a good taste. After that, I'm going to cover it. So after covering it, I'm going to be showing you guys the ingredients I'll be using to make this egg sauce. I'm going to use my fresh tomatoes, onions, 2 eggs, my oil. I'm going to make use of this power oil, my curry, my thyme, and my cube of Maggi, and some salt, and also pepper. So after that, I'm going to check the yam if it's really cooking. So it's obvious it's boiling. Yam doesn't take much time to cook. So after that, I had to chop my onions, my tomatoes. I had to crack my eggs. Then I'll be using Cameroon pepper. I didn't buy fresh pepper, so I'll be making use of this Cameroon pepper. This is what I'm going to be using. Then my 2 eggs that I cracked. After that, I added a little salt in the egg. Then I went back to check the yam. If you want to know if your yam is soft, use your fork or a knife to dip into the yam. If you dip your fork or knife into the yam and it's not like going deep, it's not entering inside, just know that the yam is still strong. All you need to do is to leave it to cook more. But if the fork can enter inside the yam without stress, just know that the yam is done. So I'm going to let the yam to cook further. So after that, I'm going to be stirring my egg. So after adding salt into the egg, I had to stir it using my fork. After stirring it, it's time to make my egg sauce. I already brought my yam down because it was already cooked. So my gas is on. This is a clean fry pan. Before you start frying, allow your fry pan to dry before adding oil. So my fry pan is dried and I'm going to be adding some oil in my fry pan. You need to add oil that will be enough for frying the tomatoes and onions. So after that, I allow it to steam for like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Then I added my onions. After adding my onions, make sure you leave your gas on a low heat. I don't even know what was wrong with my gas the day I prepared this food. So after that, I added some curry and some thyme. After adding some thyme and curry, I had to stir again before adding my chopped fresh tomatoes. I don't know how I did it. I was using my left hand to cook, then my right hand to record. It wasn't easy for me, but just bear with me, guys. So after pouring the tomatoes, you're going to stir it. After stirring it, the next thing is to allow it to cook because the tomatoes has a very strong taste. So you need to allow that taste to go away before you continue doing what you're doing. So you're going to allow the water to dry a little before you go ahead adding the extra thing you want to do. So while the tomato is cooking, make sure you always stir. If not, it will burn depending on the kind of pot you're using. So when you stir, you leave it for some time, you stir again. So you need to let the water dry. After that, I'm going to be adding my star cube. You can use any cube of your choice, but most of the time I use my star cube or no cube. After that, I'm going to stir. After stirring, I allow it to cook further. Then I added my pepper. I'm going to be using my Cameroon pepper. I like to add enough pepper because of the taste. I don't really like the taste of egg, especially if there is no pepper. So after that, I'm going to stir it. After stirring it, after that, I allowed it to cook for like 3 seconds. And I went ahead adding my egg. So while you're pouring your egg, make sure your gas is on a low heat. If not, it will burn. So after that, I'm going to let it cook a little, and this is what it looks like. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to stir. So after stirring, our food is ready. I had to turn off the gas, then allow it to settle in properly before dishing it out. So after that, our food is ready. So this is my yam, and I'm going to be dishing the sauce. You guys, this is one of the easiest way to make your yam and egg sauce. Very simple. But if you have other things to add to it, you can go ahead to do so. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this first video of mine. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video.